Okay then, here we are. Welcome on in, everyone, to the 12th episode of this dynasty, the 12th Monarch Orm II, who, as we'll go over now, is traditional, like their parent. They're also protective and cursed. So, for those that are in the know, we will be going for a farming ambition initially. And should that farming ambition be fulfilled, because military is our other archetype, we will go for the invasion of Ashmead. Wouldn't that be fun? But should our farming ambition fail, we will instead go for the other military what is it? Scheme? It's not called scheme, ambition. Which is, of course, tyranny. So we're going to end either in the invasion of Ashmead or tyranny. As you can see here, we're going to stand in the way of progress wherever we can and ban anything new. And we're going to do our best to protect our subjects and never put them at risk. Also, we hate magic. We hate magic, and the Pro Inquisitor is our good friend. So we're going to be giving a lot more leeway to the High Inquisitor today. We hate magic. The main inspiration for Cursed, I've rolled anti-trade, which I sort of relate to wizards a bit. But mostly, just look at how Orm turned out. Just look at this individual. Plans are afoot, yeah. We gotta stop the mages. But yeah, welcome on in, everyone. Hope you're all ready for another Sunday with King of the Castle. We're gonna start the game right now. Jump on in. Concerned wizard noises. Okay. Alright, well, looking here. Whatever subject makes St. Newt, stop it. Chuck it in the river. Burn it. We don't like it. So yeah, as our... Let me get rid of this. This is in the way of my notes. The state of the nation is pretty rough. In fact, farming and military being the two that I want to buff. I mean, farming's okay. It could be better. Military is middling. Trade is great except for the pats. In fact, the pats are at a point where they might start spawning negative events with their trade. Alright, let's have a look, shall we, at who's joining us today. Do a round of introductions. Welcome on in, Red Deucer. You got in just as we're starting. Joining us from the Barons, we have a Baroness Fujimaru, Baron Simone, Baron Husky Boy II, sorry, and Baron Hooker Lord II, as well as Baron Red Deucer. Welcome on in to our Barons at the start of today's game. They make up half the council, can you believe it? With the Chiefs, we've got Chief Whopper and Chief Goldchain Flu. Welcome on in. And finally, with the Patricians, we've got Lady Patrician Morgrim, Lord Patrician Wolf Warrior, and Lord Patrician Berg Wurgler. Welcome on in, everyone. We are small but mighty. You can do your best. Chiefs have been ruling the roost for a while, but if I remember right, they opted to fight an army of ice creatures, abominable snowmen, effectively, and half their army disappeared. So maybe there's a bit of room now. I don't think the Barons have won a single game this dynasty. today could be the day. We're going to start, as always, with the path to victory, everyone. Wish us luck. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your parent out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? We are, of course, going for farming. We're going to be the parent of the nation. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners, or are you just hoping for a favourable passage in the history books? I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. There we are. Alright, now let's glad hands with you all, see who's here. Now that you're the monarch, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Okay, who do we have? Chiefs of the North. We have Gold Chain Flu. Welcome. Good luck in the days ahead, your greatness. You'll need it dealing with us lot. Who have we got from the patricians of the coast? We have Wolf Warrior. And pleasure, your esteemed highness. Hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. And finally, the Barons of the March. Nilawa, hello, welcome. Wait, Nilawa, have you just joined in? There you are, welcome on in. Oh, and we have Epic joining us as well. Welcome on in. Hail and well met, your highness. Under your leadership we'll whip this kingdom into shape. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your parent fought so hard for? And then finally, coronation. Your Majesty, it was an honour to serve your parent, but now it is your time to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get it over with. Shall we call the nobles in? You know, all of these are good, but I like a vast banquet most. I don't think there's anything here. I mean, maybe the blood oath we could get rid of. But nah. Type exclamation mark vote followed by A, B, C or D. The item with the most votes will be the one that passes and is enacted upon. There's a lot of barons. Yes, it was. Today's the day. It's Baron Day. Everybody jump on in. I'm trying to track... Well, I mean, it would be a lot of barons if they voted. But if the barons don't vote, their numbers advantage disappears. Alright, let's see. How many? So that's 8 of you total. There's 4 people yet to vote. Gold Chain Flu and 3 of the barons. Gonna do a final countdown as it's very split. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. Somebody got in at the end there. The coronation is a great success. Jugglers, wine, fireworks and feasts. It has an impact on your treasury, of course. But what doesn't? Okay. So, stability up. Not what we wanted. We wanted more food. Alright, here we are. Ermine. Looking very dapper. Ermine of the Simone bloodline, powerful marcher equestrian, stands before a blazing hearth, yelling at full volume. When have the barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Alright, horses. What's it gonna be? We got A, doppelganger, B, uprising, or C, gunpowder. Old man yelling at sky. No, I mean, I guess you could say it's old man. I see that as a light blue rather than grey. But with doppelganger, you want to find a body double to replace me with. With uprising, you rely on a peasant revolt. And with gunpowder, well, you just get stacks of black powder and you do something. Alright, barons, what's it gonna be? We got 2 votes. Gambling. Alright, barons are asleep, it seems that way. We're gonna do a final countdown. 3, 2, 1. Of course, it's another Sunday. Another day that ends in Y. And the barons are going once more for the gunpowder scheme. The Republic of Curve has this substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible monarch would never allow one region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the barons must ensure their trading partners don't fear the monarch's wrath. To advance their scheme, the barons must lower authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Good luck. Han of the Whopper Clan. Infamous Northern Elder. How many times they try? I think they've done it like half the times, this dynasty. This has got to be like their 5th or 6th attempt at it. That's where it is. That's where it is. Han of the Whopper Clan, infamous Northern Elder, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, screaming like a fallen god. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter, Monarch Orm II. How do we make it happen? Okay, so chiefs, what shall we do? Shall we go A, sorcery, B, subterfuge, or C, prophecy? With sorcery, you're going to try and cut a deal with a wizard who I hate. With subterfuge, you're going to try and undermine my council and replace them with chiefs. And with prophecy, you're going to summon the Lord Render to come finish me off and supplant me. Easy peasy. The chiefs plan to realise an ancient northern prophecy. Before the new monarch rises, the kingdom will be ruled by a mad tyrant. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Oh no. Either the barons or the chiefs are going to pass. Heiress of the Starch Epic family. Legendary naval admiral. Scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, explaining in measured prose. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Monarch Orm. Something must be done. Alright, what's it gonna be? A, monopoly, B, conspiracy, or C, corruption. All of the patrician flavours are here. With Monopoly, you're going to try and buy up parts of the kingdom and force me off the throne. Conspiracy, you're going to try and trap me with a dirty loan. And with corruption, what is it? You are going to bribe your way in. Cool, I think that's all but one of you. Oh, that's all of you now. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. The patricians have spoken. The patricians' choice is A, Monopoly. The patricians plan to privatise this entire damn kingdom. First, they must build up their industry. To advance their scheme, the patricians must raise their trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Good luck. Good luck. Alright, okay, so Erman of the March, with the backing of the barons, is pursuing a gunpowder scheme. To pass the first stage of that scheme, the barons need to lower the kingdom's authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons' time. It's currently at 6, so they need to lose 2 authority. Han, our treacherous half-sibling, in the north, with the backing of the chiefs, is going to be pursuing the prophecy scheme. They need to keep the kingdom's authority at least 5 or more in 2 seasons' time. So both the chiefs and the barons are in direct conflict with each other for the time being. Finally, our Eris, our embittered step-sibling, in the coast, with the backing of the patricians, is pursuing the monopoly scheme, and that involves putting patrician trade up at least 5 in 4 seasons' time. So we need to find 2 extra trade. Watch as we go onto the map and we see a new trend rock about. We're going to do call for unity. I don't know. A need for horses. The game knows. We have an equestrian in charge of things. Your Majesty, I've been thinking. Marcher soldiers are without peer, but our armies could always be stronger. What we really need are better horses, but the best don't come cheap. The Ashmedians have a surplus of destriers at the moment, horses bred for war. Perhaps the crown could go halves with the barons to acquire some. For the good of the kingdom, of course. How much? Yo, okay. I can pay for it, barons, but, you know, I'd rather leave you to breed your own. Everyone may vote. This is the first vote of the game. Are we going to buy some horses for the barons? Let me just go get a fresh drink quickly. Alright, here we are. 8 of you have voted. 4 remaining. Going to do a final countdown. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. Oh. Oh, yikes. 70%. Marcher farmers try their best to learn better horse husbandry, but give up pretty quickly. What's the point of all this? It's going to take years for us to see better results, and the Ashmedians have what we need right now. We need to try something else. Oh no. Here we go. Whopper. Oh no. Your Highness, a bard who calls herself the Songstress has been making waves in the north. Her performances are attracting huge crowds. So huge that there have been brawls and stampedes as people push closer to the stage. There have been no deaths yet, but it's only a matter of time. With every concert, the riots get worse. What can we do to nip this in the bud? Okay, so... is it possible to get through this event chain without Whopper losing all their money? I don't think it is. My wealth is in danger. It's not in danger, it's already gone. There's a lady who remixed number 1. Oh, okay. Invited to the palace for a private show. If we do this, we save Whopper's money. Is that what you're saying? I will take the sacrifice. I don't know, but I think that is another way. Yeah. The things I do for my people. Vote C, everyone, and we shall invite her to the palace for a private show and save Whopper's wealth. I'd do it for any of you as well. Damn, I really should have spent money on those horses, shouldn't I? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Thank you, everyone. By the Starflare, instead of stopping this madness, we reward it. Your Chancellor extends an invitation to the Songstress for a performance in your palace. It's graciously accepted. You can't wait to see what all the fuss is about. The horses were for warfare, not for farming. That's very important. Oh. I missed the Monarch trait, so okay, let me bring the sign up. Hold up. There you are. We got traditional, protective, and cursed. We hate magic. Your esteemed Highness, I have a brilliant idea. Why don't you hold a battle royale to choose your honor guard? Why, Morgrim? If you're happy to pay for it. If you let us host it in the coast, I'll even pay for it. The spectacle will boost our economy massively. And of course, I'm confident coastal gladiators will win. You'll pay? Excellent. Your Majesty, this is pointless. Why don't you just choose your honor guard and have done with it? Hold it. Excellent. I'll begin organising the event at once. A week later, you receive word that the Battle Royale is due to begin. Held, of course, in the coastal arena. You travel down to spectate along with a horde of murder fans from across the kingdom. Welcome, one and all. Today's competitors are Northern warrior heroes, champion gladiators from the coastal arena, and the Baron's battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Who will you support, your August Majesty? I reckon the coastal gladiators have the home team advantage, so we'll go for them. A wise choice. Now let's watch a little blood get spilled, shall we? Or let's watch the fight. The bell rings, the marcher soldier charges forward like a bull, his sword already swinging. The Northern warrior blocks it with his battle axe, grunting with the effort. The Northern warrior scarcely has time to catch his breath before the gladiator is also upon him, roaring with mad laughter. Sparks fly as blades clash. Three fighters dart back and forth, almost too fast for your eyes to follow. Once, twice, the blade finds its mark, blood sprays, and finally someone stands victorious. It's the coastal gladiator, doing some kind of obscene victory dance. His opponents lie dead at his feet. Told you, called it. Excellent, I knew we could do it. Looks like you will have the honour guard you wanted, Your Serene Highness. Oh, did we get authority buff for that? Oh, okay. Yikes. Salutes in chat for the Baron's scheme, which may not be going anywhere. Alright. So then, if you're a chief and you want to bolster authority further, D, the monument is your ticket. If you're a baron and you want to start bringing it down, B, the theatre. If you're a patrician and you want to secure your scheme, E, the Grand Bazaar will put your trade up another notch. Other items of note, C, the fortress would be nice to have some extra military around. A, the library for some extra stability. None of this is bad. Here's a list of everyone and their money. Welcome on in, advisor. Thank you for joining us. We're going to start the auction now. Type !fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items will be built and take effect. Everything else will get a refund. You've got about 40 seconds to get your funding in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so I will type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Try not to miss out. Well, we currently got D flying ahead for a bolster on authority. B dawdling behind with 6 money. At the moment it will be a wash. Ten seconds. Go, go, go. Right, what are we looking at? E and C was that. What? Okay, the Grand Bazaar and the fortress. Here we go. Horse armor, then a private show. You know, I know just what we need, Your Highness. So we can't get Ashmeadian war horses, that's fine. They're old news anyway. Doesn't matter what breed we have, it's just how they're equipped. Horse armor. I promise it's only a little bit expensive. Who came up with this idea? Baron Nalawa, Your Majesty. But if you don't like it, there are alternatives. Well, Baron Husky Boy II suggested we give our Cavaliers fake wings to scare the enemy. Particularly gullible enemy, one must imagine. Perhaps the council has other ideas? Okay. Wings, so yeah, this is a Skyrim reference, yeah. Ye old... Not Skyrim, Oblivion, even. It's Oblivion, and I think... These are new things, so we don't really like them all that much. I think we can just improve the cavalry's training. I don't like new stuff, do I? Boom. Everyone vote C for tradition. Ayo, celebrity slap. Let's give our Uma cosmetics. Oh no. Where are we going? Let's see. That's 7 votes at the minute. Give them wings, please. Well, I mean, if the votes say that. 8 votes. There we go. 11 votes. That's most of you that are active, I believe. The March's best artisans craft huge golden wings for the troops. These new hussar regiments are tested against rogue bandit gang in the March. Whether due to fear or bewilderment, the bandits are totally unprepared for the hussars and scatter on the first charge. Birdmen, no! Angels! The monarch has sent angels to enact their retribution. Run for your lives! Run for your souls! Remember, we voted for this? Yeah. That's giant gold wings. Alright, here we are. Your Highness, the songstress has arrived. She's just tuning her lyre and then she'll perform for us all. A few minutes later, the songstress sweeps into the council hall. She carries herself with incredible confidence and immediately begins to pluck out a tune. Her music is the most beautiful thing you've ever heard. Your cheeks are damp with tears. The marshal begins sobbing. Even the spymaster hides her face in her hands. Once I was a nobody, but now you're kneel before me. Your knees buckle, what? As you find yourself kneeling before her, the rest of the council follows suit without hesitation. It wouldn't be treachery to show me to your treasury. Not another enchantment! No, a curse! As soon as you try, though, the thought vanishes immediately from your mind. Ah! Ah! Sorry, did you say something about wanting to see my treasury? You show her down to your treasury and help her shovel gleaming piles of gold into some special sacks that she brought for the occasion. How very clever of her. Now forget this day completely, to wrap this all up neatly. No! You go to bed with a raging headache. When you wake up the following morning, the past 24 hours are a blur. It's such a shame the songstress never arrived. I was looking forward to her performance. Yeah. Me too. I suppose we can't afford such pleasant diversions right now, given the recent burglary. Oh well. I got you, Whopper. Okay, I got you. And welcome on in. Who was that? Gibbo. Welcome, Gibbo. Everyone say hello to Gibbo Nexus in chat. Welcome aboard, buddy. And that's the story all about how the king lost most of all of its money. Yeah, no, I couldn't make that work. I was reading it like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but I didn't really roll. Taking one for the team. Your Majesty, it's important you find your spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Anyone, Chancellor, anyone will do. I rolled a 3. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. What scheme does the Chiefs follow? They're doing prophecy at the minute. They want to get authority up by 5 to 5 or more. Currently sat at 6. Alright, here we go. Amidst dark and foreboding forests, a small squat castle stands watch over the marching border. There at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. How bad has it got to be that somebody's just lifted 2/3 of the treasury and things are still bad enough that nobody's willing to break the law for you? Have the merchants from Kurth arrived with the gunpowder? Not yet, I'm afraid. They still fear the monarch's reprisals, not to mention their own government. Then our work is not done. We need to weaken the Monarch Orm II's grip. The Baron's aim is to lower authority to 4 or less. But great news, everyone! Far to the north, where snows blanket the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs uncover an ancient prophecy foretelling the rise of a tyrant monarch and the warrior who will overthrow them. A congregation of god speakers huddle around the tablets, detailing the supposed ancient story, whispering excitedly. Praise Morgana, the tablets, they are genuine. Then the gods are good, and we are blessed. Han will be our monarch. All hail the Lord Render. Cheers circle the Glan Hall. A mug of ale is tipped over Han's head. The influence of the old gods is spreading. We must ensure to keep the old ways of the North alive. Surely Morgana will bless us with the power to crown Han. For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must lower their faith to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Currently at 4. So, not terrible. Unfortunately, we need to pay for that robbery. We need an emergency tax. I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. The patricians are choking. They're doing things to lower their trade again. That was painful. It was, yeah. That's why I flipped for it quick. When opening a pack of deluxe chocolate, praise Morgana. The tablets are genuine. Yes. Gibbo, hello. Welcome on in. Sorry. Who else joined? Somebody else. Oh, Slippity Slap. Welcome on in, guys. Oh, and Ganahan's here. Welcome. Anyone else new? No, no. Greetings, my lord. I must apologise for my father's crab-related fraud. As you should. As we all should. We should all be sorry that that happened. I wanted to speak to you today about a delicate matter, your most august majesty. It concerns the arms trade. You might have to explain a bit further. Well, we all know the Baron's military is their pride and joy. But it's not just the troops which are well made, but the weapons too. Marcher swords and pikes are sold as far away as Valamir. And the chiefs, well, they always need new weapons. All those axe-throwing competitions, it's a wonder they're not fighting with sticks and stones most days. Traditionally, we patricians have facilitated this trade, making sure the fair deal was reached by both sides. Yet now the chiefs buy from the barons directly. They're cutting us out of the deal. You can't let them get away with it. Sounds like clever business to me. Your Serene Highness, please, just call a council vote, will you? Wait. Hold on. Brainwave. The patricians trading through the patricians is a tradition. And it would hurt them not to do it. I've got to look after them. God damn it. Okay. Alright. Yo. Play nice. Okay, before the chiefs can get the weapons, a patrician has to pick them up, okay? Don't you dare leave the patricians out of this. It's the best I can do for you. I've altered the deal, pray I don't alter it further. No. The deal has to remain the way it should be. I'm loving the image of all the patricians just rushing to the voting box. And everyone else is just, Alright. A is currently going through. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. You can't do this. Those patricians are just exploiting us to earn some money on the side. It's daylight robbery, it is. But the chiefs still want arms, and now only the patricians can sell it to them. Despite principled words and angry letters, the trade continues, and the patricians get richer. We are masters of trade, we should be the middleman. A classic Pat move. I mean, this is like literally the one monarch where I'd actually side with the patricians on this one. Like, congratulations, you've found a loophole. Oh no, Slippity. Giant glass globe filled to the brim with murky water is wheeled before the council. The fishbowl contains Lord Patrician Slippity Slap II. Suspended in liquid, he pokes his head above the surface. Your Serene Highness, glub glub, the most infuriating circumstance has befallen me, glub glub. I can see that. I've been glub glub cursed by a sea wizard. He inflicted me with these glub glub gills, so I can't leave the water for more than a couple of glub glubbing minutes. What did you do to anger this wizard? I happen to own a tannery that is glub glub polluting some picturesque beach he likes. How was I supposed to glubbing know? I demand you arrest this maniac and force him to remove these gills. Sounds frickin' fantastic, I'll tell you what. We're not doing anything nice for a stinky wizard. We gotta go send a squad of soldiers to arrest him. Right now. Cannot be letting wizards do as they please. Gotta go destroy him. What are you doing? You're weak. You do not understand the threat a wizard possesses. We have to go send a motley assortment of soldiers armed with a variety of weapons that won't do anything to a wizard. No. Why would... Do we have to be polite about it? Do we? Does it have to be polite? Sometimes I just don't get this council. I don't get it. It's like you don't hate spellcasters. That's why we're being polite. We do understand the threat of a wizard. Okay. However, have you considered that they should be frightened of us? A squadron of the finest coastal soldiers hurry off to hunt down the meddling wizard. Thinking nothing more of it, you retire to bed. The next morning, you awake to the sound of water trickling down the walls in your bedroom. Descending the stairs, you find the entire palace impossibly flooded. You recognise the corpse of the coastal soldiers floating face down in the corridors. All of a sudden, you're buffeted by a strange, overwhelming, salty breeze. Ye wanted to see me! What did you do to these soldiers? Hey, Flowers Baklava, welcome. Everyone say hello to Flower in chat. Drowned! You shouldn't have sent them after me. The sea will take its due. The sea wizard in question, I presume. I named Scrampton. I need you to reverse the curse afflicting Lord Patrician Slippity Slap II. And why would I do a thing like that? His tannery's ruining my favourite beach. I'll pay you. Here you go. Get out of here. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. You know, come to think of it, the coast is long and winding, with many hidden beaches. The wizard's flesh bulges and ripples and turns into water. Splashing down your corpse-littered corridor, he's left you with quite the clean-up job. Lord Patrician Slippity Slap appears in the council hall a few days later, back to his old self. There is a case of the hiccups that will persist for several months. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Alright, yep, let's see them, yep. Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, what do we want? We want, let's see, tradition, protective, curse. Anyone that's dabbling in any kind of magic or any kind of innovation, get the hell out. Someone that's God-fearing might be nice. Somebody that's got a good relationship with the peasants or knows how to fight, they're also quite good. For the protective trait, I think that about covers it. Let's eye them up. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is wait, hold on. For some reason I've done the wrong voice. This is Harold, firstborn son of the Northern Ganahan clan. From what I've heard, he knows exactly what he wants and is willing to do whatever's necessary to get it. Always got his nose in a book from what I've heard. He's an incredibly driven person by all accounts. Gets up at the crack of dawn each morning and goes for a swim in the lake. Hey, books. Books? I don't know. I feel neutral. Net neutral about this fella. From the coast we have Clementine. Wealthy heiress to Lord Patrician Slippity Slap II's estate. I mean, just look at her. She's gorgeous and apparently got a silver tongue too. She recently gave away half her fortune to the church, much to everyone's surprise. Go by her business history though, it's not as though she would have done anything useful with the money. Wow. I mean, giving it to the church is not bad. I prefer her over the chiefs. And finally with the March is offering Lorenz, Skyner the prestigious Agent's Fujimaru bloodline. A typical baron really, loud, brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Like most of the barons, his great passion is hunting. No beast is safe from his crossbow. And he's got a reputation for not giving a damn what anyone thinks of him. Not giving a damn. I don't know, this sounds... It's got to be the patrician, I think. Yeah, it's going to be Clementine. I shall marry Clementine of the Coast. Excellent, I shall make the arrangements. Chiefs are absolutely grumpy. We're good there, though. Oh, talking about grumpy chiefs. Let's deal with this. Wenham man, welcome on in. How you doing, buddy? Welcome aboard. Your Highness, I bring ill tidings from the north. Wildlife has gone berserk in rural areas. They're attacking villages and travellers across the region. Beast, you say? Can't you deal with them yourself? These are not mere beasts, your majesty. They're great hulking creatures. Clearly twisted by magic. Some say they walk and talk like people. The northern warriors are afraid. They say the creatures are a dark omen, a sign of the end. By the 9th. What's got into these chiefs that they can't handle a few wild animals? The other regions have plenty of their own problems, Your Serene Highness. No one wants to march up to the frozen north for something like this. They're all about as useful as nipples on a breastplate. Point of order, Your Highness. Though the church has a minimal presence in the north, we could provide shelter for those who need it. All will be welcome, whether they're adherents to the true God or not. It's the least we can do. Or if you can afford it, send a few detachments of mercenaries who aren't afraid of a few wild bears. That should put an end to this crisis. Alright, here's the deal. I want to protect people, but I don't want to bankrupt myself. We're not going to tell the Northerners they should fend for themselves. And I would highly, I'm begging you. Not suggesting, I'm begging you. Please, put the Northerner in the church. Put them in the church where it's safe. Please. I don't want to have a bankruptcy event. Alright? You want to bankrupt yourself? Why do I want to do that? Hello there, Flower. Hello, welcome. Yeah, you redeemed hello, everyone. I did call it out. Did anyone say hello to Baklava? You can see me? Incredible. Yes. Oh, there you are. Look. Welcome. No, it's just the redeems don't show up on, so I'm using a chat that merges Kick and Twitch. They said, but no one could read my messages. Oh, really? Let me have a look. Yeah, no, you didn't get any messages before that, so it might have spent the last 20 minutes solving the problem. Oh, okay. Is it on your end? Fair enough. Well, I'm glad you're with us. Welcome on in. We should bankrupt the king? No. I'd like to thank the patricians for this one. The Archbishop instructs all the churches across the north to open their doors to refugees fleeing attacks. They are more than glad for the assistance. Over time, the beasts withdraw. The Northerners are grateful for the church's help, with many finding a new place in their hearts for the ninth God and his disciples. Ah. Right. Everyone's safe now. It's all good. Avalanche in the north now. A devastating avalanche has buried a mountain village within my domain. There were few survivors. Okay, Flower is Baklava is here. With an avalanche of snow, not flour, but I suppose the kingdom could lend a helping hand. The other nobles are under no obligation to help the North, but surely they will vote with compassion. Can I afford this? I mean, maybe. North is having a really bad day. I'm going to do a call for unity. Nothing to be done or send financial aid. I mean, I guess the Archbishop could lead a memorial. Another chance for bankruptcy, indeed. Well, it's all good to have some stability. The Archbishop leaves a tasteful memorial for those lost, though the chiefs would have preferred more tangible aid. Oh! Is that because their faith is high? He didn't insult them and call them a bunch of heathens and tell them they were going to burn in hell. Oh, Archie! Oh, you can be a good little chap. Well, it didn't end well. They still lost faith and got grumpy, but the text changed. Normally, whenever that happens, he's like all fire and brimstone on them. Still learning things about the game after playing it for years, yeah. Your wedding to Clementine is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend for a week and a day. The capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Clementine at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife, Archie? Yes. Thank you, sir, I do. Then I pronounce you married in the eyes of the kingdom. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife, Clementine, laps up the attention, delivering a witty speech in which she flatters you outrageously. By the time you find yourself alone with Clementine, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. You danced so very beautifully. It was such a wonderful day, wasn't it? I'm so tired. This shocks her at first, and then she smiles. Me neither. Still, I suppose it's a game we must play. Let's drop the act, shall we? Oh, with pleasure. Well, what shall we talk about? I'm so used to steering conversation in safe waters, I've forgotten how to let it run its natural course. Just tell me what you're most passionate about. My faith in the ninth God is my bedrock. If I can live my life according to his tenets, I will be rewarded in the thereafter. I was so nervous about today. Me too, not that I let myself show it. From there the conversation flows like fine wine. Pass a bottle back and forth, laying bare your deepest fears and hopes. At night's end you join your wife in bed, feeling for the first time that you've glimpsed her real feelings. Oh, cough, cough. So, happy wife time. The patricians have somehow doubled their trade. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. The ghost economy has never been better. We're making more money than I know what to do with. Money breeds money. I've made a series of investments to improve our profits even more. But what do we do with all the rest of the gold? The Pats have somehow doubled their trade is a mood. It is. It's true. Time to start buying things, of course. Land, roads, bridges. We'll buy up the whole kingdom piece by piece. But first, the monarch must be in desperate need of our gold. To advance this scheme, the patricians must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Oh, okay. We are hanging in there. Barons are looking real ropey. Despite their early advantage of having half the council, they're still dawdling about on the first stage of their scheme, needing to lower authority to 4 or less. Currently at 7. The chiefs are kind of... I mean, they could keep going. 2 seasons to lose a point of faith in the north. And the patricians have 2 seasons to drop the treasury down. Wait until a few pats decide to wreck their economy again. Crabs, anyone? Yeah, okay. So I have more money than I know what to do with. When the patricians say that, I always think, you're going to buy crabs. You're going to buy crabs. A new trend is about to drop. You see, Ivan, the easiest way to double your trade is to divide it by 2 beforehand, so you have to earn less to double it back. Economics, we are smart. Big brain maneuvers right there. It looks good when you put it on a graph. Oh, sorry, that's got me. Oh dear, that's a good one, Lurks. Your Majesty will recall the devastating avalanche that struck the north. Yes, I remember a tragedy. The avalanche uncovered an ancient stone door embedded in the mountainside. We suspect it may be one of our ancestors' tombs. Some locals pried open the door and investigated within. They did not return. Bury it. Bury it. No. No, bury it. No, I don't want a cursed tomb opening up. I don't want black magics rolling across the land. No. Shut it. Shut it down. Shut it down. Darkest dungeon, yeah. Also grave robbing. I mean, grave robbing's bad, but some kind of cursed artifacts rolling out across the north. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. Patricians have been very loyal to me. I don't understand it, but I appreciate it. This is a tomb of our ancestors, and we deserve to know what it's hiding. You're forbidding us from knowing our own heritage. It killed people that went in there. You suspect they're more concerned over the fact the ruins could contain valuable treasure. Still, no point in risking it. Your Greatness, I've come to thank you and the Ninth Church for your kindness during the so-called Season of Claws. Never thought I'd say it, but I'm glad for their help. The creature's attacks have eased, and I can only imagine why, but I thank the gods for it, both old and new. May they never return. Once the chief has bowed his head to leave, your Archbishop is quick to lean over to you. Your Majesty, we are presented with a golden opportunity to expand the Church's influence. We should capitalise on this goodwill immediately. There's only 2 outcomes. So I'm going to do a call for unity. And if you tie it up, I'm going to spread the faith. Maybe. I don't know, actually. Let me think. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do if it was a tie. But I'm going to get a point of stability because you're going to decide for me. Not a veto? So here's the thing. I'm not a religious monarch. I like tradition. I like protecting people. I hate magic, simple as. But I'm not particularly invested in spreading the faith, as it were. Okay. There we go, 10 stab. The Chiefs are predictably angered by your brazenness. Still, your recent aid goes a long way in smoothing over any disagreements. The missionaries yield mixed results as the months pass. Some are successful in turning the northern peasantry towards the ninth god, while others find themselves chased out with veiled clothes on their back. Oh. It could have been much worse, your highness. At least no one was mulched alive to appease some kind of shrub goddess or the like. Your Majesty, a travelling bard. She says she has come to compose a song for you. Not just any bard, your highness, the best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. I have heard of you, Sally Six Fingers. I have no time for this. I'm not spending money on a song that's not going to work. You don't even know how to pronounce Orm. But you haven't even heard the verse I've been working on. No, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Go home. Stinky bards. Coming in here, taking my money. Why do I feel like this? How did this happen? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh well, next season. That was the songstress again coming to... Yes, exactly. Sally never has a song for something good. It always fails. It's not a coin toss at all. Alright, auction time. Barons may want B, the theatre, to lower authority. What else is there? Chiefs may want C, the observatory, to lower faith. I would like either E, the fortress, or A, the aqueduct, to boost farming or military. Those are the things I'm concerned about. Here's a list of all our nobles and all your money. There we go, nice even spread, 6 a team. Going to start the auction now. Type !fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Bids on other items will be refunded. You've got about 40 seconds to get your funding in. There's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. What are we currently looking at? DB? Thieves Guild? Wait, what? A Thieves Guild and a Fortress. Thieves Guild and a Fortress. Wow, people really jostling for second place there. Now we got D and C. 10 seconds, go, go, go. If you're hearing this, it might be too late depending on where you are. Right, what did we end up with? Oh, a lot of money got spent. Fujimaru, you put all your cash into the theatre. Wow. Big move. So authority down, faith down. That's just the way it is. Which one's blood money again? Oh, okay, alright, this one. Alright, yeah. Well, Fujimaru has just spent all their money. Excuse me. Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the march. Really, because you look to me like you've swallowed a wasp. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands, and I definitely haven't been having money trouble. And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood, an offer which I absolutely didn't accept. I'm confused. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you any of this, and I'm not using negative statements to bypass her magic. Let's get rid of this curse, 100%. After a week confined in a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, the magic stops affecting Baroness Agents Fujimaru so strongly. She's even able to talk about her ordeal directly. I always tolerated that bloody witch. She'd sell medicine to the peasants and help find lost sheep. I never suspected she was capable of something like this. We need to call a vote. Send a regiment to take back my stolen lands. Alright, listen. A witch is a witch, and we have to burn the witch, right? Summon the men. We're going in. Vote A, everyone. That witch, we got to chase her off the lands, we got to pin her to a stake, and we got to set fire to her. Does she float? It doesn't matter, she'll burn. We don't need her to float, we need her to burn. Goddamn witches coming in, spreading curses around like this. Fantastic work. Fantastic work. Well done, my loyal patricians once more. %. That was 80%. Yeah, 80%. Yes, 80%. Okay. Salutes in chat. When marcher troops arrive on Baroness Fujimaru's estate, the land itself fights them. The soil swallows them whole. Trees snatch them up and tear them apart. By the time they fight their way through to the manor, the witch has already escaped, along with what remained of ancient Fujimaru's gold. The peasants have no memory of their time under the witch's rule, but the churches have been burned with profane messages scrawled on their charred walls, and the fields have been sown with salt. Fantastic. Wonderful. Excellent. The two stats that I care the most about, obliterated. Here we are. Hey, Teeny Bert and Puppeteer. Have you joined as well? There's Puppeteer in the Barons. Teeny, where are you? You're in here, right? There you are. Welcome back to the Chiefs. Here we are. The coast is strong, we can feed. I want everyone to be fed. Your Highness, I come before you with an humble plea. Hello, Teeny. How you doing? We chiefs in the north have had an awakening. The ninth god has found his way into our lands. With your help, of course. Will you induct us into the church? Exactly what you want me to do. We wish to officially recognise the ninth god and ask in return you appoint a northern bishop so that we have representation among the clergy. I'll call a vote about it. Very good, your majesty. I'd be most happy to perform the rites on this new bishop, should the council agree to it. Installed a northern bishop. This will make the chiefs happy. Apparently I'm a bit touched in the head. You've joined the Church of the Ninth God. Democracy. Yeah, democracy indeed. Alright, heads up for everyone as we're in the middle of the game today. At the end of this game, I'm going to be opening another save file. That save file is going to be for a game on Wednesday night where Mr. Kaji is going to be hosting as king. Me and 2 other streamers are going to be the heads of regions. So I would like all of you to join us as my fellow counts of the East. That's going to be the plan. That's going to be Wednesday night. So the time it will be starting is Wednesday, 2 hours, 15 minutes from this time now. So make a note, whatever time it is now for you in your time zone, add 2 hours and 15 minutes to it. And that's the time that stream will be starting on Wednesday night. You can try to make it. If you can try to make it, that's great. If you can't, you can't. But at the end of this, wait around. I'll be opening the other save and you'll all join in as counts. Even if you don't get put in the counts and you're on a free thing, it'll be gerrymandered. And then we'll rock and roll. I will join the Chiefs. I mean, I guess, if you want to play with somebody else. None of you will be able to select a region. Oh, is it set like that? Oh. The council has decided that a new bishop shall be ordained. A first for the chiefs in the north. Chief Teenybert and her fellow devotees are overjoyed. The other regions, however, are more reluctant to accept the new bishop. All kinds of excuses are given, but in the end it doesn't matter much. The bishop is ordained at St. Bertrand's within a month. Hey, there we go. But yeah, hang around at the end and we'll sort that out for everyone. Your marriage to Clementine has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough and there's been some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about the ninth god than your happiness. Doesn't she see what good I'm doing for the ninth god? Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of your many cousins. My wife and I will have a child together, as is tradition. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Wolf Warrior, I just said about it. I just said, like, We'll be recruiting people at the end of the stream, and the game will be on Wednesday. Back in the north, the chiefs sit around a narrow table. Their flagons running low after a long night of scheming and drinking. Bah! The prophecy is starting to look like a bunch of hogwash. Why hasn't anyone turned against the church and that pompous archbishop? Give it time, the people are misguided, but Morgana will show them a way soon enough. The chief's aim is to lower their faith to 4 or less. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, 2 patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Sorry I killed the scheme in one turn. Bad mead, yeah. A bad trip, indeed. The rice-cursed monarch is still refusing to sell us any public land. That makes sense. The treasury's not exactly suffering right now. Patience, my friend. Let's bide our time until the monarch's gold runs out. The Pat's aim is to lower treasury to 1,500 or less. We are looking pretty good. So good, in fact, I'm only going to common tax you all. Aren't I generous and noble? Yeah, Mysterious Wanderer and then the Beach Whale. I believe this is... New trend? No new trends. This is the Wizard, right? Your esteemed Highness, last week a mysterious wanderer visited the Grand Bazaar we built on the coast. She claimed to be from the distant cloaked city of Sarakan and said she had a number of magical artifacts for sale, but Wizard Lord forbids the unlicensed trade of magical items. Well, Wizard Law, what's that? A highly complex field that few understand except the wizards themselves, Your Serene Highness. But on the matter of magic trade, it's most clear. I humbly request that the Council grant our Grand Bazaar a license so the Council may benefit from this wanderer's magic. I'm sorry, but you know what I want. It's magic, and I don't want magic. Let's see how loyal the patricians really are. C refused to grant the license. Yeah. Let's stop this right now. We should have veto A. I mean, I don't want to meet her either. She's a witch. Why would I trust her in my castle? It's fairly tight. Fairly tight. It's 6-6, 7-6. Oh, let me go get a fresh drink and you can get votes in. Alright, oh, what's that noise? guess everyone say hello to Wolf Warrior in chat. Alright. Bang, bang. Thank you very much. By the 9th, I'll remember this tonight. Sorry, Morgrim, you don't get to practice magic here. Wolf Warrior, that doesn't answer the question. It just says yes. It doesn't matter. If you want to join the Northerners instead, that's also fine. Your August Majesty, a great big whale washed up on the coast right outside my villa. Hello, Gibbo. However, before I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a thing boat crawled up onto the sand. It begged me for an audience with the monarch. Chiefs, there we go. Yeah, Wolf Warrior will want to be a chief. So make an exception for Wolf Warrior. Don't tell me you granted that request. Apologies, Your August Majesty. The worst fears are realised when a frog-faced, green-skinned man waddles in, his flippers slapping on the marble. Your Majesty, this whale's name was Fishku. She was wise and gentle and a great friend of the Finn folk. We request her return so we can send her soul to the great abyss with honour. Why should I listen to you? Because I am begging. Vishku deserves a proper burial. Depths below, we can't be seriously considering this. Your esteemed highness, the beast is dead. I mean, I don't want it. Vote however you please, really? This is kind of beneath me at this point. Oh, and just having a quick look now. King of the Castle is 66% off at the minute. On Steam right now. You can buy it for £3 and 5p, or whatever your local currency is. Or whatever that is in equivalent your local currency, I mean. Didn't realise that. On Steam, this game is 2/3 off. So, yeah, you can buy it for £3 and 5p. So, I don't know. Whoever doesn't own it, Red Deucer, Gold Chain, Flower, Berg, Advisor. If you're enjoying the game and you wouldn't mind buying it and having a premium noble, it's probably the best time ever. You own it? Oh, do you? Have you not got it attached to Steam? Hold on. Because they did, the Flower is... Okay, if you open it up and go through the process of reattaching it to Twitch. Oh, okay, yeah, so this is what happened. Couple months ago, well, more than a couple months ago, Twitch essentially stopped the port that King of the Castle was using. And so you have to open up the game and then go through the process of attaching to Twitch again in order to get it attached to the new port so your game talks to Twitch again. Yeah, if you guys both do that, I will go onto the save file and tweak it so you're both premium next time. Yeah, no worries. You should have said. Like, this has been happening a while, so obviously there's a bunch of people that reattached it ages ago. You can be fabulous, you're always fabulous. Anyway, we're giving the whale back to the Finn folk. By the knife, I can't believe this. The animal was already dead. Thank you, Your Majesty. The Finn folk owe you a great debt. Using a huge crane and a team of oxen, the rotting whale is lifted and placed upon wooden rollers. Without ceremony, it is plopped back into the ocean. From that point on, coastal fishermen report their catches have never been better. The grateful Finn folk literally herd fish towards their nets. Your Majesty, nobles of the council, tensions are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps it's time we forget our past troubles and come together as friends. What do you have in mind, Chancellor? Hello, puppeteer. We could exchange gifts or hold a friendly competition, a fashion show, perhaps, or a game of riddles. Your Majesty, why don't we hold a vote on team building exercise to help you and the council trust each other again? People really do like fashion show, don't they? Gonna do a call for unity? A game of riddles isn't bad though. B or C are both nice. But I guess the fashion show usually wins out. The coast is sure to win? Perhaps. Perhaps. Time to take out my fake cosplay? What? Alright. Three, 2, 1. Wait, call for unity didn't do anything. Why'd I even bother? Wonderful! I'll make the arrangements at once. A cash prize shall go to the winning noble, I think. The nobles and council begin murmuring. A fashion show, they better buy some new jewellery and dig out their finest outfits. Stability, imagine unity only occurs when stability is already at 10. That's the way it is. Oh, here we go. Golden choice. Yes. Oh, no. No. I told you not to. Your Majesty, do you remember a while ago when you ordered that tomb we discovered on the mountain to be shut back up and forgotten about? Yes, I believe so. A low-born gang of cutthroats and looters dug the door back up despite our efforts. They cracked open the tomb. Oh, ninth God, what happened? The looters marched back out of the tomb at the head of an army of magic warriors made from ice. They've taken over a nearby fortress and declared it an independent fiefdom called Frostopia. This defiance must be answered, Your Majesty. We don't have long to decide on a response. Do we know the origins of these ice warriors? The ancient northern king Bajanal was rumoured to be a warlock who created his own soldiers from snow and used them to crush his rivals. If these are his creations, though, they must be over 400 years old. I will pay you, Northerners, 500 gold apiece for everyone that votes for this coin toss of a battle. Let's go. Vote B for Golden Choice, everyone. Right, final countdown. Golden Choice on B. 7 of you yet to vote. 3, 2, 1. Boom, boom. There we go. 14 votes in the end. Away! The resultant siege is bitter. The Ice Warriors are formidable foes, inhumanly strong and untiring. But your Northern Warriors proved much more than a match for the Frozen Army and their phony leaders. There are casualties, of course, but it could have been much worse. The Ice Warriors have been shattered, the looters are decapitated, their heads spiked along the battlements to the fortress they took over. Lovely jubbly. Now for the real enemy. Your Majesty, I have a matter of some delicacy to speak with you about. Good day, cousin. Ha! How's the old kingdom going at? Always thought it looked like a lot of work, but I suppose you get a fancy hat. Hello, Fitzalbert. Lord Fitzalbert is your very, 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 very distant cousin. About 50th in line to the throne. You haven't seen him in years. Cousin, why are you dressed like that? Quite a dashing figure, aren't I? I had to borrow a few bits from Baroness Agents Fujimaru after a donkey chewed through my coat. Fizzlebert has been trashing my cardboard box, my liege. You got no money. We burnt down your estate trying to get a witch. Sorry. Lord Fitzalbert's been staying at my estate for the last year, Your Highness. Unfortunately, there have been some financial impacts. He's been borrowing money from me for months, saying he'll pay me back when his luck turns, but now my coffers are bare. Yes, poor Agents Fujimaru couldn't even afford a little banquet to see me off. I'm sorry it's come to this, Your Majesty, but I must petition the court for funds. I can't really afford it. I mean, either he can come live with me, or we'll pay, but I don't want to pay, but we can pay, but I don't want to. Before leaving, the spiteful witch sent a last curse on the noble. She summoned Fitzalbert. He just bleary-eyed wanders up one day. Oh, how did I get here? Give me some money. Okay, I see. When you get money, you all show up, you all claw out the woodwork. When I have to spend money, nobody shows up. I got it. The treasurer arranges a discreet payment for Baron and Baroness Fujimaru. Word gets around the march about your generosity, not least because Lord Fitzalbert is eager to proclaim it wherever he can. You're not sure where your cousin will land next. You can only hope it's somewhere far, far away. You enter the council hall and find it transformed. The walls are bedecked with mirrors and jewels. The long table has been repurposed as a catwalk. Your Majesty, welcome to the Kingdom's very first fashion show. Remember, you'll be voting on which of these nobles is the best dressed. Chief Weenham does some kind of pagan dance down the catwalk, featuring a lot of foot stomping and hand clapping. Once he reaches the catwalk's end, he hurls an axe clear across the council hall, thudding into the wall. Whoa, check out the goods, don't be shy. I like the enthusiasm. Lord Patrician Wolf Warrior struts confidently down the catwalk, posing outrageously and blowing you a kiss. I am fabulous, am I not? Yes. Splendid. Stunning. And Baron Hooker Lord II stomps down the catwalk with a face like thunder. Once he reaches the catwalk's end, he strikes a formidable pose. Arms folded, legs apart, the power pose. This is a total waste of time. Bravo! A devastating display. And of course, our last competitor, the Monarch themselves. Get up on that stage, Your Majesty. Okay, let's sashay down the catwalk with as much style as we can muster. I have style, right? You pout and pose and pirouette like a pro. The nobles applaud until dust falls from the ceiling. Hey! I'ma be real with you. I think the Chiefs need a win. Looking fierce, Your Maj? Yeah. Vote how you please, though, everyone. You saw it all. You saw it all. Ooh. Well, 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 look at that. The Chief showed up in force. You did well, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I won! I won! I didn't realise that Northern styles were into fashion this far south. The patricians and barons mutter grumpily, but the chiefs are ecstatic with their victory. The Chancellor looks on, beaming like a proud parent. There we go. Something worked. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. To what do I owe this pleasure, Madam Treasurer? Oh, give it a rest. You know why I'm here. Let's just hurry this up, shall we? Where do I sign? Here. And here. And here. There you go, you got what you wanted. Of course. Goodbye, Madam Treasurer. Do my eyes deceive me? Was that the Royal Treasurer you were speaking with? Indeed, my friend, good news. The Monarch's gold is running out. The Treasurer was willing to sell off the kingdom's roads and bridges. Soon this kingdom will be ours, but what do we do when we own everything? Oh. Turn the Monarch into a proud corporate mascot, raise stability, or mercilessly extract the wealth from the kingdom until it collapses, lower authority. I wonder what the patricians will choose. It's pretty rough out here, not gonna lie. We got too much unity. The fashion show proved the Monarch would be a good mascot. Oh no! That's a good narrative. I like it. Yes. We'll soon have the Monarch dancing to our tune. We'll just need to make sure the kingdom's in a nice, comfortable rut. I'm down to turning the Monarch into an SSR unit in some trashy gacha game. No! For the final stage of their scheme, the patricians must keep stability at least 10 for one full season. Oh, Lord. Okay. Alright. The age of the Pat is coming. I didn't even get the money. Alright, alright. We'll start with our cousin, and then bankruptcy looms your heir. Your distant cousin, Lord Fitzalbert, races into the room while you're enjoying your breakfast. I swear by the knife of God there's gold underground. Slow down. Alright. So I had some luck in a gambling establishment in the March, and Baroness Agents Fujimaru introduced me to a consortium of prospectors selling land. They're sure there's gold beneath the earth, and they just need a small investment to dig it out. Of course I bought it. What a bargain. I wondered if the council would like to get involved in this opportunity. You know what? I am protective. Am I going to protect Fitzalbert? I think, yeah. The land is filled with silicone. You'll be forced to work as a mascot for the money. No, well, maybe I will. Nobody's showing up to vote. What happens if it's like this? Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you, advisor. Oh my god. Democracy, yes. There we go. Boom, boom. Soon everyone in the March knows that you're unwilling to donate funds to your cousin's project, but at least the treasury is safe from Lord Fitzalbert's grasp. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. What do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, or sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. I'm not sure what I would do. I reckon I'd probably take out a loan. Well, yeah, I could maybe sell jewellery. I think loan is the way I'd go, though. The Bank of Salvin and Gaul operates from the fabulously wealthy Republic of Kurth, all the way across the Western Sea. They assure you, however, they maintain total independence from the Republic. The banker they send to take your signature has delicate hands and sharp teeth. He watches as you put pen to paper, eyes glittering. You're making an excellent decision, Your Majesty. You shall pay us back with 25% interest in 1 year. Saddling the kingdom with debt isn't great optics, but you had no other choice. And finally, your heir. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. D3 Chili Bee, hey, welcome. How's it going? Wait, have I done that right? Yes, I've rolled D3 and got a 3. Should I die, I ask that my crown will be passed down too. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My child. And my child has damned me. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your child? What is their name? Drake, welcome on in. Orm III. Huzzah, my liege! I'm sure little Orm III will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Can't believe the patricians would betray me. Whoa, okay. Whoa. Nothing to bring stability down. You're joking me. It's funny how you always call me Chili Bee. Oh yeah, no, it's because of 2 eyes. I know it's Chibi, right? But because of the 2 eyes, I always like insert an L in there. But Chibi, welcome. Like, oh dear, that's the trouble of streaming. Okay, we're gonna lose. Chili Bee, okay, you can be my Chili Bee. Is that because my attention's divided between chat, the game, chatting, and and try to keep on top of everything. I gloss over chat without really reading it most of the time. I just sort of absorb it and respond to it as and when I can. But you'd understand that, you stream yourself, so you know the deal. How did Darktide go yesterday? You against the chat? This is me against chat. The patricians are going to win. Everyone, shop around. Here's everyone's money. What do you want to take into the next game next week, next Sunday? I mean, there's not a lot. The aqueduct, maybe, to increase farming for the barons. Observatory to bring down faith for the chiefs. I think that's about it. Alright, here's everyone and their money. We're going to start the auction now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded back to you. You got about 40 seconds to get your funds in, but there's a slight delay on stream, so we'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Try not to miss out. We got C and E for a measly 9 coins between them. Wow. Nobody wants to throw too much at this lost cause of an auction. I can't believe high stability ruined me. Boom, 10 seconds. Go, 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 go. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we? Oh, aqueduct and observatory. Oh, who could have guessed? There we are. Our corporate overlords. Are we ready for mascot ending? I think I've had this about twice. GG's everyone. Congrats to the Pats. Stick around and we'll set you up for the game on Wednesday. It happens gradually. Like a frog slowly boiled. Not the frog. At first it's paying a few patrician tolls here and there to cross a road to sail down a river. But as their cash reserves grow, so do their acquisitions. The trouble really starts when they ban anyone else from trading on their roads. Soon enough they practically own everything. Here's a copy of tomorrow's speech, Your Supreme Majesty. Don't forget to read this part out at the end. This speech was proudly sponsored by Coastbreck, the creamiest cereal in the kingdom. Creamiest? What does that even mean? It's not actually cream. It's a kind of salty jam that keeps the cereal fresh for longer, allowing for transportation across the kingdom. It's disgusting at first, of course, but the side effects distract you from the taste. After you've mentioned the sponsorship, don't forget to add that you can't get enough of that creamy coastal crunch. That's very important. Can't get enough of that crunchy coastal cream? No, 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 no. You're getting it all wrong. It's creamy coastal crunch. If you can't get the hang of it, we'll delay the speech and book you in for a week of rehearsals. Oh, and one more thing. We're cancelling council meetings from now on. What? The council's completely redundant. All the decisions need approval from the Board of Investors anyway. Might as well let the board make decisions from now on. Board of Investors? Who are they? People who bought a stake in the kingdom, obviously. Didn't you know? They've been running things for a while now. Don't worry, your job's not under threat. Your palace attracts a lot of tourism, but the council's got to go. Let me guess, the board is mostly patricians, right? Yes, it is. You're right. We do need to diversify. Maybe we could let in a baron or two. Couldn't hurt. They'll just be outvoted anyway. You've run council decisions past another group without telling me. The board took a vote, and we all decided it was the right thing to do. The other regions must have something to say about this. The chiefs did try to besiege the capital. What? But the north is pretty much bankrupt since all the industry started moving to the coast. When the soldiers arrived, we simply hired them. Huh? Right now they're still working in the salt mines to pay off the debts they built up while marching on our roads. So, is there anyone fighting against you? No, not really. We are, what's the phrase? Too big to fail? Anyways, I must stop yapping. I've got a board meeting. I'll leave you to practice your speeches. Once Lord Patrician Bergwerkler has departed, you take a longing look out of the window. The capital's skyline has been devoured by smoke from new factories. With a sigh, you begin practicing your speech. GG's everyone! Patricians, let me know in chat what you want when Monarch Heiress takes over. Is it going to be trade, farming, faith, military, authority, or stability? What do you want? The CEO has activated call for unity. Unfortunately, fellow patricians, greater forces drive me to vote against our interest. I die post credits. Maybe. I'll read it out, but let's get a consensus on that. Trade. May need farming for the cereals. I think trade. One shot of military to a trade. I believe trade is in the lead. Oh no, Fujimaru, it's for patricians only to decide. Does cereal exist outside this event, or did the patricians just invent it? I'm trying to think if there's... You go down for breakfast and one of the endings, right? Where the palace gets blown up. But I can't remember if cereal gets mentioned. Anyway, let's read the book. Our old... Oats have been a thing for thousands of years. Rolled oats, Yet the real question, whether or not cereals are canon. Okay, here we are. For the rest of Monarch Orm II's reign, they're a powerless mascot for the Patrician Cereal Company. They eventually met their end by drowning in a vat of milk during a promotional stunt. In haste to complete their schemes, the barons mishandled their gunpowder. It blew up in their faces, literally, and all that was found of Baroness Agent Fujimaru was a pair of boots with feet still inside. The chiefs decided that the time must not have been quite ripe. The prophecy was quietly forgotten, all except by the God Speakers, who waited for the right omens to arise again. The patricians owned everything. Corporations ruled, and the kingdom was blanketed in mills, factories, mines. But when the old mascot monarch died and Monarch Heiress was crowned, the other nobles emerged from the shadows, sniffing a chance to claw back their power. Monarch Orm II, the Peaceable. Oh, good run. Oh, good run. If ever there was a good run to have, this was it. Morgrim's the wealthiest. Wolf Warrior the poorest. But finally, Monarch Heiress, looking pretty dapper. The gold trim cloak, we like it. And people make cereal with all sorts of grains. Haste. Oh, haste means moving fast. But yeah, there we go. Look forward to Monarch Heiress next week. Goodbye, Epic. Everyone say goodbye to Epic in chat.